another episode of Replay the Glory Days. A show all about us replaying some of our favorite and most nostalgic video games for the first time ever. I am your gaming guru, Tanuki. Alongside us is our novice player, Kyle. Kyle, how are you?
Kyle! Woo! That's my name, baby. No, man. Doing great. What a great start to the day. I'm so excited to talk about what we were doing before, and man, I'm like, I got goosebumps, Tanner. I got goosebumps, man. I'm just so excited for this podcast.
You seem overly excited.
I am. I love it.
We are playing Batman Arkham Asylum today, and it's easily one of my favorite games of all time. But before we really get into it, I want to tell everybody what we did just before we started recording here. So in front of me, I have Gotham City's Cocktails, a book that's the official handcrafted food and drinks from the world of Batman. And this was kind of a last-minute decision that I kind of made last night, where I found it in my pantry, and I was like, we should, we're playing Batman today. We should make some kind of drinks. And this was written by Andre Darlington. It's a fun little book. It's definitely
cute. It's really cute.
This episode is definitely not sponsored by any means, but it was a lot of fun. We kind of flipped through. We
drink
responsibly.
responsibly.
Responsibly. But we made some drinks, and they were pretty solid drinks.
Yeah. We made 2 so far, and my second one for sure is my favorite.
You like the second one?
Yeah.
We did the Demon's Head, which was the first one that we did, which is a little vodka-based drink. And then the second one that we did here was the Gothamite, which is another vodka drink, but we plan on making one more here just before as we're playing, we'll drink one more drink. It was a lot of fun. I've never made a drink like that before.
Yeah, no, fancy cocktails for sure, and it's step-by-step instructions, and it was just fun. I mean, the first one, it was a Demon's Head. The color was beautiful.
It was very nice. It was
very pretty.
Light purple. I mean, I could easily see myself buying one from a bar.
Yeah, I'll be very happy to.
Yeah. I think the most complex cocktail I've ever made before this was like a Jack and Coke.
So it's just 2 ingredients. There no shaker needed. Yeah. You know, and I had a cocktail mixer that I just purchased recently.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was really fun to shake it up.
I'm glad you had one, because that was fun.
I never needed one, and I was like, I was like, you know what, it'd be nice to make some cocktail. I'm not much of a drinker, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I was like, why not? We'll give it a shot, nothing again. Drink responsible. All right. Drink responsible, we're staying at the house, you know what I mean? So it was just fun making it and then trying it and then, getting your wife's opinion as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting how, like, I really like the second one. And you really love the first, and it's just fun, to see, like, what our friends, like, almost like family, agrees with, or what they dislike about a certain drink.
I can easily remake these drinks now if I was ever doing, like, a dinner party. I think that'd be such a fun...
Oh, you're the life of the party, man.
That'd be so much fun. So, definitely shout out to the writer of this book. I know they have a couple other different books, but like I said, today we're playing Batman, so why don't we go ahead and get into it. Before we give a description of the game, Kyle, what do you know about Batman?
So I know it's a bat, right? It's a bat, and he flies over. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. So I know a little bit. I know his origin story.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He was an orphan. No, he had a family.
Yeah.
And he saw his parents get killed in an alley.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And then became to be a billionaire, an entrepreneur. And he has all this money, so he's able to have these cool gadgets. I know he doesn't kill people.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But I know it's in Gotham City, and it's just so many villains and so corrupt.
Yeah.
And he's trying to do his part and make the city a safer place. And I've seen a couple movies, you know what I mean? They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly, solid.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, there we go, 100%. I gotta stop saying that. But they're decent, good movies, and I mean, it kind of hurts. Like, I'm not the biggest fan, just because he doesn't kill people.
Oh,
like
really?
Some of these people he beats up, I'm like, no, they need more than that. Like,
that's fair.
These are horrible people, and they should not be on the streets.
I think that's fair.
In a game sense, not in real life, guys. But you know what I mean? It's like, come on, like really, you're gonna beat him up? He deserves more than that. He needs a little stab.
I think
right, but
I think that's something that comes up multiple times in the movies and the comics and even in the game, where it's like, Batman doesn't kill these people that have done just the worst of worst things, and then they eventually break out and they continue to do the worst of worst things.
And people keep dying because he doesn't have the nerve to do what needs to be done. Like the Punisher. Shout out, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
But I know you put in hundreds of hours in this game.
I love this
so
game.
I'm really excited, like, for when you start playing, because we're gonna kind of speed through it to kind of watch and see that. And at certain points, I'll play absolutely. But I'm really looking forward to like watching you speed run this and to see the excitement and joy that you're gonna have playing this game.
Yeah,
and I know when we're playing, you're gonna tell me little facts and little notes, and so like that's. I'm really looking forward to it, man.
I love this game. This is easily in my top 5 favorite games of all time.
Top 5?
Oh, it's so much fun.
Wow.
I will say, though, the sequel is better.
Ooh.
But this game is already perfect.
It's not like Sonic 06 where we're playing the worst game the whole franchise
If you haven't listened to the last episode, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because, wow, that was a different episode from everything else that we've done. But no, this is... Kyle, there's no shock to this episode. This is very good game, and so we're in for a treat.
We need after the last episode. We need a good game.
We needed a banger. So
the audience needs a good game.
So you kind of talked about the movies. Could you say what your favorite Batman movie was? Could you remember?
So the title, not so much. Like I'm not the biggest fan. I am a big movie buff, but not when it comes to like Batman or Robin Hood or what I mean, that kind of world. But I know it started where it was he started like in the pit. You know what I mean? He was trying to like, get out of that circle pit.
Okay, I think
I know what I'm talking about. Does that ring a bell?
I believe that's a Bale Batman.
Yeah, Bale. Shout out to that actor is.
And I think,
oh my gosh,
I think the one that you're referring
his voice, man, kills it. Shivers.
So that's funny.
That's the first one that comes to my mind.
I want to talk to you about that. I have a different opinion. I don't like Christian Bale's voice when he does Batman.
Wow.
I think it's just
audience,
too
please
ridiculous.
tell Tanner that he's lying.
Hey man,
that he sucks.
It might be a minor opinion, but it's my opinion nonetheless.
I'm here for it. Absolutely.
I think his voice that he does in those movies just take away from Batman, and I think they're just really I think it's cartoony.
How does it take away? Like it's just cartoonish in your opinion? We gotta talk about this.
Why is he doing a voice to begin with? Why does he sound like that?
He's a villain.
No, he's not. No, he's Batman. I'm talking about Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, he does a voice when he's playing Batman.
I can see that. No,
and it's
I agree.
like, why do a voice, right? We're gonna be playing Batman: Arkham Asylum, and Kevin Conroy plays Batman in this video game, and we'll talk about that a little later. But he doesn't do a voice for Batman. He is Batman.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about the
Bane.
Bane. I was like, dude, his voice is fire. He killed that role.
I think it's a little funny, but I don't think it's as bad as the Batman. I think it's just crazy, but
I'm here for it. I love it.
That's my opinion. My opinion is the Tim Burton version of Batman.
It's absolutely better.
Michael Keaton as Batman.
Yeah. How many different actors have played Batman? 3?
It's a good more
than 3. Oh my god! Why can't they keep the same guy? What's going on with that?
I don't know, man. I mean, there's a bunch of different Supermans. There's a bunch of different Spider-Mans. There's only one Wolverine. But
yeah, it's awesome. Wolverine's like, you got nothing on me. It's me or nothing.
I don't know. I think some things succeed, some things don't.
But if you get like the first Batman movie, was that the best actor for that role?
So the first Batman, audience, correct me if I'm wrong. Adam West was the first live action Batman. He's no longer with us, sadly.
R.I.P.
But his voice was good, like voice acting wise. I think he did a great job as Batman. But this was back in the 70s, so Batman
wasn't he the actor? Sorry to cut you off. No. Wasn't he the actor that bulked up to play that part? No, that's a Superman. I'm thinking about Superman.
I don't think you're talking about Adam West because Adam, the character.
As soon as I said it, I was like, I'm so wrong.
The character Batman back then was way more of a cartoon than he was like a vigilante that you see now in today.
Interesting.
So it was more cartoony, more comical, definitely more towards kids.
It's completely different than what it is nowadays.
Very different than what Batman is today. So Adam West, great Batman, but is he the best Batman? I don't think so.
So the real question is, we're going to ask.
Yeah,
I'm going to ask.
Go for it.
Who's the best Batman?
I have 2 answers for you.
Oh.
Kevin Conroy, who voices Batman in this video game.
Oh.
As well as Michael Keaton, who plays the live-action Batman in Tim Burton's version of Batman. I love Batman. I love Tim Burton. So Michael Keaton playing as Batman, that's my favorite Batman.
Okay.
I don't know.
I had no idea. There's so many Batman.
There's a lot of Batman.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of Batmans. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you know of Batman? 5 being average.
Probably a 4, to be honest.
Below average.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. I wish I can give you all these facts and whatnot, but like I said, another Batman movie that pops in my head. You know what I mean? The one he's with the ninjas and he's training.
Ninjas. That's the first one.
That's a great one. Oh, man.
Christian Bale. Another Christian Bale movie.
And it's I love movies, but Batman, I'm gonna get so much hate in the comments, but I'm not a big DC or Marvel fan. As a kid, that wasn't something that I grew up on. I don't really read comics that much. That's just not something that I grew up on. I was more Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, movies kind of like that. Not really at all. Fantastic Four was the first thing that comes to my mind, and that kind of world a little bit. I know it's different. You know what I mean?
It is different. Yeah.
I'm just not a DC Marvel fan, but I would love to learn more about it. You know what I mean? And watch more movies, and maybe even read. I love reading, so I would love to read some comics. You know what I mean? And see, maybe I get the bug. Who knows? I'm here for it. Maybe audience, if you got, you got comics, shout it out. I'll read them absolutely. But
how interesting!
I'm open. I'm an open person, man.
No, believe you. I would describe you as a yes man. You are excited and willing to do anything.
I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. You know what I mean? Whatever. Let's try it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you said you were 4. I would say I'm a 7.
Really? Just a 7?
I'm not a big DC fan.
Okay.
I love Batman, but that's really it. I'm not really a big fan of Superman. I'm not a big fan of Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash. The only character that I know more about is just Batman.
Are you a Marvel fan?
I'm more of a Marvel fan, and that's just simply the way that I grew up. I read the comics. I followed X-Men and Avengers.
Because I know, the big Marvel and DC fans,
it's a rivalry.
It's from kids. You're a kid and you're brought up in that world. Your parents were that, or your friends, or you just happened to find a comic, and it just created a bug, man. And I love talking to people where they're so hardcore one way or the other. Because if you're a DC fan, 9 times out of 10, in my experience, they hate Marvel fans. And I love that energy. I'm here for it.
You're absolutely correct. A lot of people, if you love DC, you most likely hate Marvel. And if you love Marvel, you most likely hate DC. But I'm not that kind of person. I actually really love both. I love Marvel more than I love DC.
Okay.
The same way that I kind of grew up with video games is the same way that I grew up with comic books. I went to yard sales and I bought comic books and video games at those yard sales. So I have a melting pot worth of comic book knowledge. Most of it just happens to be Marvel, and that's why I'm more of a Marvel fan, because I read most of those comics.
It's honestly just yuck at the yard sale.
It just happened to be.
Whoever was selling, freaking Ricky over here selling Marvel comics, then you picked up the Marvel comics. I love that.
That's all it is. If the universe was different and I picked up more DC, Superman, Wonder Woman stuff, I might be more of a fan of those characters, but my honest opinion is I love the X-Men more. I love Spider-Man more. And that's because
Spider-Man's fire.
That's because that's who I grew up with. I love Batman because he was also a part of that, but Superman wasn't, the Justice League wasn't. So my opinion, I think Marvel is better than DC. However, Kyle, I will share with you another opinion of mine.
My ears are open. As
much as I love Spider-Man, I think this Batman game is far better than the Spider-Man games.
Woo!
That's why I wanted to tell the audience my history of those comic books, because I think it's important. I want you and everyone to know I love Marvel, but this particular game is fire. Easily fire.
It makes complete sense because you put hundreds of hours in this game alone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a great game. I love this game, so why don't we go ahead and jump right into it?
All right, bye, guys. We're going to play the game. No, I'm kidding.
So, Batman Arkham Asylum, the initial release date was August 25th, 2009.
2000 game? Really?
2009, yeah. So, it's... God, man, it's been almost...
I'm so glad you didn't make me guess. Oh, man. Thank you, Tanner.
It's been more than a decade. This game is old, but I'm so excited to play this one.
Ooh.
This is developed by Rocksteady and was published by Eidos Interactive.
Rocksteady? That's the first time I've heard of that studio. I haven't talked about that studio in a podcast.
Not surprised. They've made other games.
You have anything on the top of your head?
Mad Max.
Oh.
I love the Mad Max game. Maybe we'll play that on the next wheel. But the Mad Max game takes elements from this game and puts it into that game. So
that's what makes
great.
Absolutely makes sense.
I'm excited to talk about this game. Let me give you the summary.
Let me shut my lips.
The summary of the game. In Batman Arkham Asylum, the player assumes the role of Batman as he delivers the Joker to Arkham Asylum. There, the imprisoned supervillains have set a trap, and an immersive combat gaming experience unfolds. With an original script penned by Emmy Award-winning Batman writer Paul Dini, the game begins in the universe of DC Comics detective to life with stunning graphics. Batman Arkham Asylum offers players the chance to battle Gotham's worst villains with Batman's physical and psychological strength in a graphically distinct and story-driven game.
Ooh.
So this game...
It's a great description.
It's pretty solid, right? This game is third-person story game. It's very similar to Mafia, where things happen and you just kind of play with the consequences, right? You're not making these choices. You don't get to choose what happens to these characters. The choices are being made for you.
Wow.
You're just experiencing the game as it was meant to be played, right?
Lost for words. No, you know how much I enjoyed the Mafia game.
I know.
I love that game. You know, and now looking back, I'm gonna wait for the last episode to talk more about the Mafia, because I gave it an insanely score. Now that I think about it,
you gave it 100.
I know. You know what I mean? But I think I just that was the first game since I was a kid where I really fell in love with that world and the gameplay. You know, man. But now that we're playing more games, you know what I mean? It's changing. So I want to say, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about it then and there. But I am so looking forward to a game where it's the same like Mafia, where it's I want to do this, but I can't. I have to follow the story, and I'm, yeah.
I don't want to talk about it just yet, but I'm very excited to get to your prediction.
Oh, man.
I'm very curious on what it's going to be.
We got time. Keep talking, Papa. Keep talking.
Let's go to the facts. So the first fact that I have for you.
I love this part of the podcast. I really do.
It's cool, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
The creators of the game decided that in order to have the voice acting top-notch, they'd use the seasoned Batman actors from the Batman animated series that released in 1992. Kevin Conroy reprised his role as Batman in the game, as well as Mark Hamill, who voiced the Joker.
Ooh.
So, have you ever watched the Batman animated series?
No.
Okay. So there's a cartoon. It's probably one of the greatest cartoons, ever. It's great storytelling. It's the best representation of Batman. And when they were making this game, they're like, you know what? Let's grab these guys who voiced the Batman and voiced the Joker, and we'll put them in our game to make it feel more like a Batman game.
Man, shout out to the studio for doing that.
So Kevin Conroy has been voicing Batman since 1992.
Dang, what an honor.
Great long time. Mark Hamill has been voicing the Joker for
I love the
amount of time.
Those movies were incredible.
Do you know who Mark Hamill is?
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah, it should. He's a very popular actor. I will tell you, he is the original Luke Skywalker.
No!
From the original Star Wars trilogies.
What?
Yeah. So after that role of playing Luke Skywalker, he was in a few things here and there, but his second most iconic thing is he's the Joker. So
for an actor to make such a killing, such an amazing story, to be part of such a cool franchise, you know what I mean? diehard Star Wars fan. And most actors, like, you get that, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
For him to have, like, a part 2,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
right?
is wild.
It's really fun because, like, he'll go to events like Comic-Con and stuff like that, and it's like he's double dipping into two of the largest fandoms.
But he could have half his body one half. You know what I mean? Like, no, what? You don't hear about that often.
No, not really.
And that says so much about him and as an actor.
Such a great guy. Like, he seems such a fun person. And I'll tell you another little fun fact.
Oh, I love my facts.
Unfortunately, Kevin Conroy is no longer with us. He died a couple years ago. And Mark Hamill, who's been voicing the Joker with almost every project that Kevin Conroy has been a part of, when Kevin Conroy died, Mark Hamill said, I'm no longer going to be voicing the Joker because without Batman, there's no Joker. And exactly, it's out of respect from the actor, and it's like,
so still till this day, shout out to that man.
Yeah,
I love that's
legends.
Legends.
I want you to remember this as we're playing the game.
I'm taking notes. Go.
We're playing with legends here.
Oh wow.
Fact number 2: it took one of the game's physics engineers 2 years to design the way that Batman's in-game cape reacts realistically to the wind, walking, running, and fighting.
That took 2 years?
2 years.
Working part-time hours? What's going on with that?
The cape took 2 years. I want you to remember this.
That cape better be fire. All right, when we play the game.
There's a lot of polygons in that cape, man. A lot of polygons.
2 years. Wow, okay.
It's good. It's a good cape.
What?
I love that fact. I love that fact.
It's my favorite fact so
My favorite
far.
fact. Fact number 3. As a form of anti-piracy measure, when an illegal copy of this game is played, Batman's cape will no longer open and close whenever he is flying. This will render the certain tasks unachievable, and the game is impossible to defeat.
So, when you're telling me that fact, I'm thinking then piracy must have been a really big deal back then.
To this day, it's still a very large deal. It's actually very common that a lot of game developers would put this sort of thing in a video game that makes it unplayable if you download it illegally.
Wow.
One of the things for this game, Batman glides with his cape. Mm-hmm. So there's certain sections in this game that if you can't glide, you're unable to beat the game. And so as an anti-piracy measure, they added this to this game so that you can't beat it.
Like, top of my head, there's two things, you know what I mean?
Go for
so
it.
one, you have to buy their game.
You have to buy the game.
So they're making money. I get it. They're a business. You got to make money. Respect that. Also, too, it's like, you don't get to steal what I spent years developing.
I spent 2 years on this cape!
On a cape! It's wild! And I'm like, that is... what a decision.
I'll love to add it in more facts that we do, but it's actually incredibly common that there's these anti-piracy measures, because it's actually a very common thing.
Dude, I know we do 5 facts, but going further, I would love for a 6th fact to be about the anti-piracy. I would love that, because that's so interesting.
If it exists, I'll try to add it, but just know it's very common. I mean, because think about it.
It makes sense.
If you download the game illegally, they're losing money, and it's true. People spend years making this game, so it's
just pay the $80.
Just pay the $80. So
I get it though. You know, everyone has the kind of money, but it's also too. It's like you can play a little bit of it. You're not going to be able to beat the game, and I bet if you're a diehard fan, like, you'll save up to be able to buy the actual game so you can beat it.
Yeah, I would say if you download an illegal copy, you're not a fan.
Ooh.
Right there and then, you're not a fan. That's an attack.
That is an attack!
Come at me. Fact number 4.
Woo!
There was a sweepstakes for Batman Arkham Asylum before it was released. There were people who, if you pre-ordered the game, you would enter this sort of sweepstakes, and one lucky person would become a winner. Now, that winner, their face would be rendered in the game.
No!
Yeah!
Dude, that is... oh my god.
Isn't that cool?
I love that. It is so cool.
So, because of the winner, I should have done a little bit more research. I actually don't know the name of the person who won, but I hope that we are able to play enough of the game to reach that point so I can point out to you, hey, this is the winner of the sweepstakes. He's in the game.
I mean, if I had kids, they're playing the game. Like, that's me.
That's me.
I would have created a whole backstory. Yeah, they called me, and
Isn't that cool?
I put years in this game. I would completely lie to them and just have a crazy backstory. That is, dude, for the studio to do that. Have other games done that?
A couple. Yeah.
Love that.
It's cool, huh?
I would pre-order in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Just to have my face.
Yeah.
And I would like do like a weird shave, a crazy haircut, crazy makeup. I would go all out, man. And just be that weird, like, what? Who is that? Oh,
It's really fun because
I love it.
This character in the game does not have any speaking roles. He doesn't do anything except
it's his face.
Walk around and
needs.
grunt. And it's just his face. And there's so many people online who are looking up, like, who is this weird inmate that doesn't do anything? And that's what it is.
Wow.
It's such a fun...
Shout out to the studio.
Such a fun Easter egg.
That is awesome.
I think it's so much fun. That's one of my favorite facts. But...
That's my favorite fact.
It's a good fact,
but the second one's the cape.
The cape?
You could have told me that fact, and I would tell the whole audience, dude, there's no way they spent 2 years on a cape. They probably worked an hour a week. No.
2 years.
I mean, yeah, I'm talking mad
Video
crap.
games are hard, man.
I'm sure.
Fact number 5.
Ooh.
Favorite fact.
No! Okay,
I saved the best for last.
Da-da-da.
All right.
Da-da-da.
In the Arkham Mansion, there was a secret room in Quincy Sharp's office that wasn't known about for 2 years after the game's release.
What?
Rocksteady making it impossible to see in detective mode, unlike most unbreakable walls. If the player uses 3 explosive gels on the wall to the left and detonate them, they will reveal a room detailing the plans to create a new Arkham made from chunks of Gotham itself. Kyle.
Oh, wait.
They teased the sequel of this game in the first game, and no one knew about it for 2 years. Isn't that fire?
That is incredible. Oh, wow.
So
how... Wait.
No, go ahead.
Wait. Stop.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So how... Who found it first?
Rocksteady had to reveal it.
No!
Yeah.
They should have shut their mouth!
Well, here's the thing. The game was coming out. It was supposed to be a teaser for the second game. Let me explain.
I would have created the next game, and I would have put in the previews like, hey guys, if you bought the game before, there's a whole secret room you guys can't find. You're a joke.
Idiots.
Step up your game, okay? Lock it in.
So let me kind of explain this fact, because I kind of read directly from a website, but let me give you my own detailed explanation, because I'm talking to you and I'm talking to the audience who may or may not have played this game. So as Batman, you have this ability to turn on detective mode, and it helps to see things. It's like an X-ray vision. So you're able to see things that aren't really there.
Kind of like Last of Us. Have you played Last of Us? I've been playing that game. Brittany, shout out to Brittany.
Yeah,
she gave me the game.
Sure. Yes.
Give me the PS4 for a little bit.
It gives you that heightened sense to see
infrared
things.
vision, kind
exactly.
of. Exactly.
So when you're exploding a wall, or I should say, if you see a wall that is able to explode and a passage just on the other side, it becomes invisible in detective mode, right?
That's so cool.
So in Quincy's office, the mayor of the Warren of Arkham Asylum, if you go into his office, there's a wall. Does not show up in detective mode. Does not say that you can explode it or anything like that. It requires 3 explosive gels. That's why it's been such a long time. No one knew that this was there, because you'd have to be going around every wall randomly. I'm
sorry, if I was a studio, I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just kept putting little teasers out there for the community and be like, you guys are idiots. You guys can't find that hidden room?
They didn't.
It's been 2 years. I would have just, it'd be 10 years. You guys still can't find it.
Inside that room was the map of the sequel, Arkham City.
Dude, that is such a cool fact.
Isn't that so
That's
cool?
my favorite fact.
It's such a good fact. I saved it for last, but it's a great fact. It's one of the best Easter eggs in video game history.
Oh, man.
But those are all of the facts.
Very unique. I love
very cool.
that.
What's your favorite fact? You said the second one was your favorite, but
I think audience, what is your favorite fact? I would love to read about it. But me personally, so my favorite fact would be the last one. That's insane. That is so cool.
Very fun.
The craziest fact, in my opinion, is the freaking second one. The Cape. 2 years.
Video games are hard,
man. I would love to go with a studio just for a week, just to see how much effort they put in to make a game. Because I don't have a lot of video game experience. I know you worked a little bit in college. You know what I mean? But I'm like, oh, can't be too hard, right? A little typing, and that, a little anime, But no, I know I'm wrong. I know I'm completely wrong.
I'd love to do a whole episode on like game design, but I don't want to bore the audience. I don't want to go that far into it, but video games are hard, man. It's not as easy as people think, and it's gotten better. It's gotten easier.
We should make that episode. We absolutely should, because even not part of the podcast, maybe like a side little quest,
like a bonus episode.
Like a bonus episode, just so the fans, and especially me, can see like what it actually takes to create a game. And I feel like that's gonna change your perspective on like, wow, like no, yeah, this game was absolute trash, but it's hard to create a game and create a successful game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be able to create a cult behind it, to be able to get these fans, to be able to create a franchise where you can just keep pumping out games. I think that would be an amazing bonus episode.
I wouldn't mind doing something like that.
Definitely do it.
I'll put a pin on that, and I'll
pin it.
Now, before we get into your prediction, I do want to say something. I want to congratulate us. This is our 5th episode.
Woo!
This is number 5. After the end of this episode, we are going to be halfway done with the wheel. Now,
that's sad.
It is a little sad.
It's a little sad.
But I want to explain what's going to happen after we're done. We said it in the first episode, but if you haven't listened to that episode, I don't know what you're doing, but you should go listen to that episode. But I will go ahead and repeat
If not, we're just happy you're listening.
We're happy you're listening regardless. But here's the thing. When we're done with the final game, we're going to have a bonus episode. Episode 11 is going to be split into 3 different sections.
Ooh, first section. Go
the
ahead.
First section, Kyle is going to rank all of the games that we've played
and
put them.
It's going to be brutal.
And put them from best to worst, or worst to best. I don't know. It's up to Kyle to decide how he wants to do this. Besides the rating, the second part is I'm going to answer some questions that we're going to be seeing in our comments. So if you leave a comment or a question anywhere on our social media, I will find you and I will talk about your question on episode 11. So if there's a particular game that you want us to play, if there's a particular question that you want us to answer, leave a comment, because I'm not going to respond there, but I'm going to respond on the episode. So leave a comment and let us know, what game do you want Kyle to play next? Because the third part of episode 11 is I'm going to reveal the next wheel.
Man!
The next set of 10 games that we are going to be playing. If you want...
Dude, let's just go straight to the wheel, please.
If you want us to play a particular game, you gotta leave a comment soon, because I'm gonna be making that wheel before we air the 11th episode. So please let us know.
Man.
What game do you want Kyle to play?
Yes.
Please tell us, because there's a lot. There's a lot.
What do you want Papa to do? What do you want? What do you want Kyle to do, man?
So Kyle, we're gonna go downstairs. We're gonna play Batman Arkham Asylum.
I want to keep talking. I'm having so much fun.
What is your prediction? What do you think you're gonna give this game?
Woo! So we're gonna give my prediction, and then I'm gonna give what I believe the studio, what the studio got, what the critics gave. All right, so mine. I think I'm gonna really like this game, especially when you speed run through it. I'm gonna play. Of course, I have to play.
Of course,
obviously.
I mean?
I'm gonna give it. I gave Mafia 100 wild. Love that. I listened to that. I listened to that episode and I just cracked up, man.
Second episode to give a game 100.
Straight off the bat, man. I was excited. All right, so I'm gonna give this one. I think I'm gonna give it a 90.
A 90.
And that's pretty high. I'm shooting higher than lower because I'm not a big fan of the DC,
Totally
Marvel,
fine.
of that whole type of different universe. I'm not a big fan of it. But I think just from the facts, you know what I mean, how much passion you have for it, I'm gonna change my answer. I'm probably gonna give it an 85.
An 85? You went down 5 points.
I did.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I feel like if I was a big DC fan, it would be a 90. But I don't know much about it.
Yeah,
you know
I think
not
that's
a lot
fair.
of knowledge about it. So I'm gonna give it an 85.
Okay.
I think the critics in 2009, that's when the game came out. So I think the critics are gonna give it. I'm gonna go for a very specific number. They gave it a 92.
A 92.
That's huge. That's high. But I think that's. Did they get Game of the Year?
Oh, Kyle.
You're gonna wait to find out.
I'll let you know after we go and play this game. So.
Another cliffhanger! You rascal, man.
Everybody, thank you so much for listening to this first half of the episode.
Stay tuned, boys
We'll be
and girls.
right back. Why don't you go play the game and we'll go play the game.
Woo! Tanner and Kyle signing off.
There you have it.
Bye, guys. Bye, girls. We're back, boys and girls.
We are back after playing a great amount of time playing Batman. I don't know how about you, but
we killed it.
We killed it.
At least 70%.
easily
At
70%.
least.
For those of you at home who, have already played the game, we got all the way to Killer Croc. And we put him down. And that's where we decided to end it. And I felt like that was a really good place to end it. Kyle, what are your thoughts, man?
Woo! Man, no, I mean, I don't even know where to start, man. Such a fun game.
So you liked it?
I mean, it was like a cinematic. It was cinematic.
Yeah, okay.
It was beautiful, gorgeous. The world, I mean, the graphics, very meticulous with just every little detail. I mean, I'm such a big fan, and I'm not we already talked about this. I'm not the biggest DC fan, but if you're asking me, even if you're not a Batman fan, you should play the game. And man, it's just making me, really want to do a deeper dive into Batman and the characters. You know what I mean? It's just when you're playing and the freaking little riddles when we're solving them, you find out more about the villains, and that is just such a cool little Easter egg. And I really love that a lot.
I think you're right. I think if you're a fan of Batman, it's easily a must play. But even if you don't know much about Batman, there's a lot still to love about this game. I think this game is just
well done.
Very well done.
To say the very least.
Easily.
I mean, we played for hours, and I just had so much fun watching and playing. I mean, I highly recommend this game. It is such a fun game. I mean, the attention to detail was just huge, man. I love the world. Poison Ivy. Woo, man. And my heart skipping a beat, and just Harley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just, wow, man. The villains were the Joker. I mean, I know that's not his real name, but Luke Skywalker killed it. The voice actor.
Mark Hamill.
Killed it, man. I really thought he was a psychopath. It was just the dialogue is incredible. I'm just trying to think of bad things, and I have a couple. One is Batman doesn't kill. You're dealing with the worst of the worst inmates. I mean, these are horrible people. Horrible human beings, you know what I mean? They're animals. Mm-hmm. And you think knocking them out, they're gonna wake up in 45 minutes to an hour. That's not doing anything, And it's like these people deserve more than that. And that was, to me, was the biggest flaw. And I know that's Batman, right?
Yeah,
he doesn't kill because, poor thing, saw his parents die in front of him. You know what I mean? God forbid, you know what I mean? But you won't kill people that have done horrible things to, your friend that's helping you.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara.
She poor thing, man. Has gone through the ringer. Joker is a piece of crap. You know what I mean? And you won't kill him? It's just Batman, what are you doing, dude? You're part of the problem. I'm sorry. You're not doing anything better. Little go to sleep. Shh. You breaking bones and whatnot, but you can't break a little neck bone? Come on, man. But other than that, I mean, I have honestly nothing bad to say about the game. So I'm so happy we played.
It does sound like the one critique that you have is just on the character.
Yeah, honestly.
Is there anything that you want to say negative towards the game itself?
No. I mean, it's nothing like Sonic 06 where it loads every 30 seconds. Kidding, right? There was no loading.
Very fast.
Very fast, very quick. I mean, I just absolutely fell in love with the world. The attention to detail was huge. Okay, and the whole 2 years for the cape, I see it. I see why. I mean, as we kept going further along in the game, he starts getting scratches on his chest. You know what I mean? The cape starts fading, starts getting holes. You know what I mean? And it gets a cut on his face, some scratches, and then that attention to detail just blew my mind. Because at first, I'm like, this guy's a laughingstock. Spent 2 years on a cape. You kidding me? No, it shows. I mean, I can see why people love this game. And I mean, I'm so excited to give my review.
Yeah.
But, wow, what a game.
It's a great game. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I've played this game for hours just beating it, getting all the trophies.
There's so many trophies, and they're very, very unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's not boring at all. I can see how you could play hundreds of hours and just get so involved into the game, man. I absolutely can see it.
Like you said, there's a lot of detail in this world, and it shows. I mean, it's not just copy and paste environment.
Absolutely not.
You know, back and forth. Like, each area is very unique, and just around the corner is something that you might notice, and if you don't, you should pay more attention to, because there's an ability in this game that you can kind of take a screenshot, if you will, and that's you recording one of the Riddler's questions, if you will. For example, the tutorial, right? One of the areas, there's a picture of Quincy Sharp, which is the warden of the prison, and the Riddler, he hacks your comms, and he asks you a question. He's like, what's a picture that's so sharp you might cut yourself on? And it's, if you take a picture of Quincy Sharp's portrait, that's the answer to the riddle. And there's stuff like that all over the island, all over the map, just constantly, just small stuff. And it's a bunch of stuff that's referencing characters that aren't even in the game,
that are going to be in the game in the sequel, in the game after.
Yep.
That blows my mind. They spent thousands of hours to develop this game, and it shows.
It's a very well done game, and Kyle, in my opinion, this is a masterpiece.
Man, Mafia at the point in time, that was an amazing, incredible, really, but this is a masterpiece.
Yeah, a masterpiece.
And I'm not a DC fan, but masterpiece by far.
Yeah. What
a game. The attention to detail, the dialogue was really, really well written. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not, some of it was a little funny, but that's what makes the game, man. And just the villains, the riddle, you answer the riddle, you find out about a new villain, you know, and it's just all these little things that are just, they keep coming together. You know what I mean? You're telling me, that's a character in the next game. Or, hey, Scarecrow. Wow, we have to talk about this, all right? Time out.
Go ahead.
So, with Scarecrow, you know, there'd be times where, there's, smoke and stuff. Next thing you know, we're tripping. we're rolling, guys. We are tripping. I mean, the psychedelics, 'cause that's his thing. I mean, to put that in a game blew my mind. Mm-hmm. Blew my mind. My favorite villain used to be Bane. I loved his voice. I love his character. It just was a great villain in my eyes. But now it's Scarecrow.
Wow, that's cool.
By far,
that's very cool.
I did like Scarecrow, but now seeing him in the game, you know, and I know I'm really excited to hear his backstory. But wow, how the game did that with the psychedelic, the world's crumbling. There's a whirlwind. You know what I mean? It blew my mind. And then at one point, you were like, oh, this would be really horrible if, we didn't save and like we just start at the end. I'm like, yeah, that would really suck. And then it happened. It crashed. It crashed. And I'm like, wow, you jinxed it. But that was part of the game.
Pretty cool, huh?
Blew my mind.
So if you haven't played the game, which I cannot imagine you haven't, spoiler alert, but to be fair, this game came out, 15 years ago.
If you don't know what we're talking about, play the game first.
You have to
pause the podcast and play the game.
So there's 3 interactions that you have with the villain Scarecrow, and his whole deal is he makes you see things that aren't really there. The first 2 are pretty like, oh wow, this is a really cool experience, right? But the third one, oh man, that it lives rent-free in my head, right? You know what I mean?
I love it.
Playing it for the first time on the original Xbox 360, you encounter Scarecrow for the third time, and it almost looks like the game is crashing, that it's like glitching, and then it starts all over again. The beginning cutscene plays for the first time again, but it's a little different, you know? At first, you're like, what the hell, right? But then it starts to play out, and you're like, wait, no, this is different.
Studio killed it.
So much fun.
Everyone that, even if you were like, you put a little bit of work in this game, shout out to you guys.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, wow. The team, man. I wish I can give them I wish I could have shanked their hands.
I agree.
Because masterpiece.
I agree.
Masterpiece. And I wish I was a diehard DC fan. Like, I wish I just, like, you loved Batman.
Yep.
Because I feel like I would even love the game even more. But honestly, not being a Batman fan, playing this game, it's opening up a can of worms. Like, I'm so looking forward to, like, doing a dumpster dive and really looking into the universe. And, oh, man.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked it. I wasn't sure how this episode was going to play out. Because on one hand, this game's a masterpiece. I know that, right? It's one of my favorite games of all time. But you're not a DC fan. You're barely a Batman fan. And I wasn't sure how this episode was going to play out, if you were going to not have a good enough time because you really don't know any of these characters, you don't really know Batman, you don't really know the Joker or any of the other villains, or if it was going to be the opposite. And it sounds like it's the opposite. It sounds like you had a good time.
Oh, absolutely. I had a blast. And I think me not knowing about the characters, about the villains, really was even better because I was experiencing more like a first time. Like, okay, like I know a little bit about Scarecrow. That was cool. Mm-hmm. Like Killer Croc, never knew this guy. You know what I mean?
Wait.
What is it? The Frozen guy?
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
So was this your first viewing, I guess, if you will, of Killer Croc?
Absolutely.
Wow. So describe Killer Croc to me. I want to know what you think.
He's a croc. No, I'm kidding. Okay, no.
he's a hedgehog.
He's free, right? He's a hedgehog. No, he's an alligator. No, like, he's massive. He's scaly. I love his teeth. In the beginning, I think, was it a trailer when he came out?
The very beginning.
Very beginning, he came out, and I was like, why is he out right now? This guy is a threat, all right? I know we got guns. That's not going to stop him. Like, he has a shot collar or whatever. I'm like, dude, this guy's a beast. The graphics were killer. Absolutely amazing.
I think it looks a little rough. Not like in a bad way.
But that's what it's supposed to be. He's a crocodile.
No, I'm just mean the graphics.
Oh, okay.
As a whole, I feel like the graphics, they don't look bad. They don't look great, but they don't look bad. I didn't have a bad time playing it.
Are you talking about Croc or the game?
Just the whole game.
I disagree completely. Yeah. I think the graphics were immaculate. I think it was an amazing world. I think the graphics were there, especially for the time it came out.
Yeah.
It surpasses Mafia, graphic-wise, in my honest opinion.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think that's very crazy.
And then especially when the plants, you know what I mean? When Poison Ivy, her plants came out into the world, like, wow.
Yeah.
That was oh, man, I'm getting goosebumps. Amazing.
Do you want me to tell you how it ends?
Yes.
So, where we left off was we went into Killer Croc's lair. We collected some spores that is supposed to be an antidote to the Titan formula that causes Joker's henchmen to become big and strong, right? So after fighting Killer Croc, we go to Poison Ivy and we try to synthesize an antidote because we need some of her plants to continue, right? She turns out to be more of a problem than when we're used to. And so we actually fight Poison Ivy, which turns into a very annoying boss battle, in my opinion. And
why? Real quick, why?
You can't, I don't know. It's in phases. So, like, you have to wait until she becomes vulnerable in order to attack her. And then you have to attack her 3 or 6 times, whatever.
Okay. So it's just time consuming.
It's just timing consuming. Exactly. It's just time consuming. It's not hard. It's just long. And I think that's what makes it my least favorite. But it's the second to last boss battle. Because after you fight Poison Ivy, you finally have the antidote to the Titan. So now you're ready to fight the Joker, right? So you go to where Joker is on the island. He injects you as Batman with the Titan formula. And since you only have a little bit of antidote, instead of using it to defeat the Joker, you use it on yourself to stop yourself from becoming one of the monsters that Joker's making, right?
Ooh.
But Joker injects himself with the Titan formula, so the final boss is actually Joker himself, giant and enraged and just looks like Bane, but, you know, Joker. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I like that a lot. That's very... I wasn't expecting that for the final.
Mm-hmm.
I see how Batman was like, yeah, I'm not becoming a Titan, not today.
Very noble. You know what I mean? Very Batman.
Noble, very Batman-like. Kind of selfish a little.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I mean? Especially when we had a little bit. But I'm almost like, I'm kind of shocked that Joker gave it to himself. Because you said he would shoot his little henchman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And laugh about it. So I'm really surprised he did it to himself. And that's kind of how it ends. You fight Joker.
You fight him. You beat him.
Joker,
that's the end of the game.
It?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I was curious. I wanted to tell you the ending because I was curious on your thoughts. When the game released, that was the most negative thing that a lot of fans had to say was the final battle, the final fight between Joker and Batman. All the fans thought Joker isn't like a physical fighting character. You don't fight the Joker like you would fight Bane. He's a different kind of villain, and for the game to end like that...
I see that. That's kind of trash.
No,
right? Because you're right. Like, that's not who Joker is. He's not a brute.
He's not a brute. You know He's not like that.
He's not. He uses his mind.
Correct.
You know? So that's psychological warfare, you know? Mm-hmm. So he doesn't use muscle. So he should have used his henchmen. He should have used... Poison Ivy. He should have used Croc. You know what I mean? He should have used all these villains, and absolutely. Like, you know, you sharing that, they could have did a completely different.
Yeah. And
I would love to read in the comments what y'all would have done if y'all were the director of the video. Oh man, I would love to see it. That is trash. Honestly, like that's not who Joker is, and they kind of. I mean, it's still a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But it's a little upsetting and a little depressing that's how the ending was.
Yeah, not to influence your score, but I did want to tell you that because, like I said, it's the most negative thing people have to say about that game. It's the final battle between Batman and Joker. And when I played it for the first time, my opinion, I didn't really care. I thought it was cool regardless, but going online and seeing people's reactions... they were kind of disappointed on the ending. Everything else about the game was great, but the ending was just disappointing.
So it's not going to affect my personal score, what I'm going to give it, but I think it does affect what I think the critics are going to give it.
Yeah.
Because that's going to... But then again, critics don't play a game start to finish.
I would say most critics
do. Okay.
Yeah. I would say they beat the game
so
for the most part. So I think
that they're probably going to be disappointed with that. So they're probably going to get dropped down a couple points, in my opinion.
I guess it just depends on how many points and where you think it's at. Why don't we go ahead and talk about it? Why don't you tell us what you think or what you would give the game?
Honestly, I would probably give it an 88.
An 88?
Honestly, 88. I was going to say 90, but I'm not a big Batman fan. Him not really, like, just
overall, just not a fan.
Knocking people out just really pisses me off.
Wow.
It's like, come on, these are horrible animals, man. That's what you're going to knock him out in 45 minutes and then guess what? He's back up.
You're not wrong.
If it could have been such a different game, like the different ways he could have killed those horrible people, you know what I mean? That would have really, in my opinion, helped the game. Like you would go and like hit him with the freaking what is it? The bat gun, the batarang. No, like the one with the wire,
the
bat claw,
yeah.
and then they would fall off, and then like a wire would save them before they fell.
Oh,
there's just so many things they could have done that if he actually killed people, it would be really, really cool. Different types of like KOs and especially the stealth component.
Yeah.
So that was a little upsetting. So me personally, I'm gonna go and in my library it's an 88. I definitely would love to beat the game, but I'm just not a big Batman fan, and that's probably why I'm not gonna give it a 90.
I think that's fair. I mean, I can't really change that. I don't think there's really much if you're not a fan of Batman.
This is my opinion, Tim.
No, 100%.
No,
but you know
right,
what? I'm actually pretty stunned. I was honestly expecting you to say something in the high 90s. I thought you had a great time. I mean, I'm sure you did.
I really did. And it's like it's just
Batman as a character.
It's just Batman as a character. Why it's not in the 90s for me.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? I think the critics are gonna give it a 94. You know what I mean?
Are you locking that in?
94. I'm gonna go 94 for the critics. Okay. 94. I want to say it's a 90. I'm like, man, it was a masterpiece. The Easter eggs, it was just incredible. But Batman just pisses me off,
That's
man.
crazy. That's crazy.
He upsets me so much.
Yeah.
He really, you're on the number one place in that whole universe where these are just animals, just horrible people.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna go, shush, little baby, go to sleep. It just bugs me the wrong way, man.
So you would probably be
in the 92.
In the 92s?
If Batman actually, killed them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a game. We're talking about a game, right? If he actually killed them, I would probably have given it like a 95, a 94. Honestly.
And that's just because
it's just Batman,
that's
man.
crazy.
I just can't do it.
Interesting.
I tried. I really tried, but I'm like, Ben, you're the problem. You're not helping. You're really not.
I mean, I can't argue.
People might completely disagree with me, and that's fine. This is my opinion. I'm not a Batman fan, man.
That's all fine and dandy. But you kind of brushed over what the critics, or what you think the critics gave it. What did you say?
I say 94.
94.
I say they have to give it in the 90s.
I think...
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
And 94. I'm going to lock it in.
Do you want to know what they got it?
Please.
All right. 92.
Woo!
Very close.
So much better than the last one. Oh,
yeah,
man.
no kidding, right? So
I'm glad it got in the 90s. I'm so happy.
You kind of got it. I mean,
right in between. I was 88.
88, 94.
I said 94.
Right in the middle, 92.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I love that.
Solid.
Let's go, Kyle, man.
Very good.
You guys can't see me, but I'm patting myself on the shoulder.
I mean, this game is...
It deserves a 90.
It's nothing close. It's nothing... It's nothing but a masterpiece.
It is. It's just... like I said,
it's just the character.
It's just the character.
It's just the character itself, and that's what you have an issue with.
If they would have said, if you told me the critics gave this game an 88, I would be upset.
Yeah.
I would be upset because it was a masterpiece. It was this and that. But I just do not like Batman. I'm not a fan.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. So I have to ask, if you were going to recommend this game to somebody, would you recommend this game to someone who doesn't know Batman or doesn't like Batmans?
I would even do a higher recommendation to someone that doesn't know Batman, because the game is a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. The villains are incredible. 10 out of 10. All the little trophies, the Easter eggs. The game's a masterpiece, and I think what the game does so well, other than Batman, which was trash, is that the villains.
Yeah, the villains are the best part.
It's the best part of the whole game.
Totally.
So
I agree.
I would highly recommend, if you don't like Batman like me, you know what I mean? Or if you kind of like him, I kind of liked him at the beginning, I would highly recommend still play the game. It is a masterpiece. I guarantee that it's going to be in your top 10.
Yeah.
It has to be. It's just a masterpiece. It got in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I'm so happy that the critics gave the game what it really deserves. Yeah. You know what I mean? I just can't say 90 because of Batman. If it was a different character and he did what he had to do with these animals, 94 at least. But I am so glad it was in the 90s. Shout out to the studio, man. That's amazing.
We should kind of move on to the wheel.
Woo! Wheel time.
We're going to find out what game we're going to play next. I mean, this is the 5th episode, Kyle. We're halfway done.
It's flying by.
It does feel like it's flying by. I'm having so much fun.
And we even, we did a couple test episodes before, we made it official, and it still feels like it's just yesterday.
It does.
And it does. So much fun. So audience, Thank you all so much for listening and staying. You're with us, man. We're on episode 5.
So
wheel time.
If you, let's get to the wheel. If you haven't listened to any of our episodes, I'll give everyone a reminder. First episode was Halo. Second episode was Mafia. Third episode was Borderlands. Fourth game was Sonic 06. Today we played Batman Arkham Asylum.
Woo, masterpiece.
But there are 5 more games that we have to play. And those games are Grand Theft Auto 4, Assassin's Creed, Psychonauts, Half-Life 2, and Pokemon Emerald. There's a lot to talk about, but let's find out what we're going to play.
Wait. Oh. So, I want to make a prediction.
Go for your prediction.
All right, I'm looking out in the future.
Yeah.
All right. My tingle senses.
Uh-huh.
All right, it's going to land on Half-Life 2.
Probably, yeah.
Yep, I'm going to call it Half-Life 2.
I'm going to call... I want it to land on Assassin's Creed because I'm ready to talk about it, dude. But I bet it's gonna land on Pokemon. That's my prediction. You ready for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's give it a spin. Here it comes!
Oh, you called it! Oh, people gotta think this is rigged. It's really not. We have a wheel, I swear.
It is Assassin's Creed.
Woo!
I was really hoping if I called it something else that it would finally land on Assassin's Creed. Oh my god, I'm so excited!
Just keep guessing until it lands. I love it.
Oh my god, Kyle, I'm so excited to talk about Assassin's Creed.
Audience, I came to Tanner's house today to do this podcast, and he's literally playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah. And
he's a diehard fan, y'all. So
I am a diehard fan.
Another great episode.
This is gonna be interesting. I can't say anything about it. But go ahead.
Stay tuned.
Take a look at the cover art. Whoa. What do you see? Describe it to me.
So he's in a cloak. They have daggers. It looks like they're bone. The people behind him are they look like ghosts, but I think it's just kind of how it's, because you kind of see the kind of like clear.
No,
you see what I'm saying, but I know that's not it.
I see what you're saying about the ghosts.
I know that's not it.
I'm stuck on the bones. What did you say about bones?
The daggers. They kind of look like bones. The handles, right?
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. They're not bones. They're just
obviously
they're just daggers. But
I'm just looking at it.
No,
I don't want you want from me.
I'm sorry. I wasn't. I'll be honest. I wasn't listening.
I offended you. Oh my gosh. Story of my life, y'all.
All I heard was bones, and then I was like, "What? What did he say? Bones."
But definitely can tell he's an assassin.
Looks like an assassin.
It looks like the people behind him, like he's trying to, sneak like Skyrim. You know what I mean? He's trying not to be seen. So, to be honest, the cover art's not that exciting.
Really?
To be honest with you.
How interesting.
Little basic.
Yeah, I mean,
it's basic, not bad.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the cover art.
No, nothing wrong with it, but it's not
doing it for you.
It's not jumping up at
you. No, it's subtle. But you know what else is subtle?
It is subtle.
Assassins.
True.
So with that, thank you so much for listening to this episode. I really hope you enjoyed. Please give us a follow on everything that we have, which is Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. A little
rant that had nothing to do with Batman.
Tune in next time. And please leave a comment on what game you want us to play next, because we're already halfway done with this wheel, so we need a whole new wheel to play.
So sad, man. We're almost done with the first season.
Almost done.
Oh.
But join us next time when we finally play Assassin's Creed. Goodbye!
Kyle Tanner signing off.
Goodbye!